I've been without water and electricity for days in the wake of Hurricane Helene, as I live in an area that was the most impacted by the storm, but I'm back now and I'm ready to set up our budget for the month of October. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today we're here to run through our October monthly budget. And by run through, I mean, I don't really trust that the electricity and the water and all of that is back on and for good, because we have been experiencing isolated electricity and water. So basically, I guess as they're working on it, they'll turn some on and some off. I don't really know, but I figured I might as well give it a shot and go ahead and see what comes of this. So we're just gonna run through our monthly budget. And today I'm here to share our real numbers. We are a family of two adults. Technically a family of three because we have a dog, but I don't consider that to, like really impact our budget in a significant way. So technically a family of three, but 2 adults and 1 puppy girl. And my husband and I both work in public education, and we do have various, I guess, skill sets that allow us to earn additional funds. And I just wanted to share that, as I am going to be sharing our real situation and our real numbers. First, we're gonna run through, I think, the events and happenings that we are expecting for October. Then we can talk about our monthly goals and to-dos and tasks. And then we will proceed to talk about our monthly budget. And I don't think I'm taking a break at any point during this video. So starting up, first of all, I'm on my iPad. I think I just spit on you, my bad. So I'm gonna use this to kind of go over all of the things that we just talked about. So let's go ahead and start with events. First things first, we are 3 days into October, and I am actually on my fall break from work. My husband technically isn't on his fall break, but he is out of school because there are still large parts of the city that are still destroyed, no electricity, no water. So his school is closed for this entire week. But at any rate, last week I was invited to one of my old coworkers' birthday parties, and I think that it was canceled. It was like a birthday dinner. I think it was canceled due to the hurricane, and so I think they just rescheduled it for the following Friday, but that was before anybody would understand the impact of the hurricane. So all of that to say, things are opening back up and all of that, restaurants and such. But I don't know if it will still take place, but it might, and that is supposed to be on tomorrow. Then I have my niece's birthday party. I have a friend's my niece's birthday, sorry. I have a friend's birthday. I have an eye doctor appointment. We have marriage counseling this month. Can't wait to go there to talk about everything that has transpired. And just by the way, think of our marriage counseling as individual counseling, but for both of us, because when we're in there, we're each kind of like working through different things or whatever, and we just kind of do it together, as how we are separately impacts our togetherness. And so I kind of just see it as my own personal therapy and my husband as well. It just so happens that one of us is sitting right beside the other, which is helpful because it helps us to better understand like how each of us operates and all of that kind of stuff. Although I don't know, I can talk more about that at a later date, but at any rate, we're going there. Well, hopefully, if she has power and all of that, we shall see. Then I am supposed to be going on a little trip to Columbia, South Carolina with my coworkers, and we actually already planned out our itinerary. We reserved the hotel and all of that. I am told that some parts of Columbia were impacted, but nothing too crazy. In fact, many of my friends and family members fled there due to the hurricane. I have one friend who's still there. So I'm assuming that Columbia is, for all intents and purposes, operating as usual. So I guess I'll check it. We'll check in next week. And if everybody's still down to go, then we can still go. So that's supposed to be happening. I am on my fall break from work, which is this week and next week. It just so happens that Helene would hit literally what was going to be the first day. Like, she hit Friday morning, and if I would have gone to work that day, in the evening after I got off, that's when my fall break would have technically begun, So I've been weathering a storm during my fall break, but I am on fall break for 2 weeks. My husband has a fall break this month, I guess, in addition to having to miss school this whole week. I'm sure they'll have to make up those days some kind of way. I'm supposed to be going to Greenville with a friend for a friend date. And then I also have on here another friend date because I was supposed to be going, I think today, to like this pumpkin festival thing with my friend. It's so funny because I feel like we waited. We used to go do like little kitty things and we would always be like, too bad we don't have a kid. And now she finally has a kid. But when we hang out, which is at least once per month, we still go do something kitty or whatever. Like we go see Christmas lights. Obviously she does all of that times 50 with her own child, but it's so funny that we still go to these kitty things without any children. And then we were going to have a book club meeting this past weekend. Our inaugural book club meeting, obviously, Helene shut that down, so maybe it'll be rescheduled for October. And then of course we have Halloween, which doesn't mean a whole lot to me, but I may pass out candy like I did last year, which I think was my first time. So I think I may do that again. It was real fun and cute. I just bought candy and I bought some little baggies and I just put a few pieces in there so I could just hand out the little baggies without having to, dig into the bucket. The baggies were literally $1 for like 100 or 80 for 80. I remember it was 80, I think, because I remember it was getting close to when the cutoff was going to be, whatever that is. I don't know, let's say 8:30. And I was just hoping like some other kids would come and take the rest of the candy. And then an influx of children came and they did. I had like just enough and I was like, okay, that's it. But anyway, those are the events that are happening that might impact our budget. For our goals, tasks, to-dos, we want to save $1,000, invest 15% of our paychecks, pay our monthly credit card bill, get new fence estimates, which is crazy to me because the day before Helene hit, I actually got a call from a Home Depot representative who I had spoken to last year to give a follow-up estimate. And we're trying to get a vinyl fence. It is like a complete privacy fence, but it's also very expensive in comparison to, like wood paneling. So he gave us a new estimate for that. And if you could see the destruction of those fences in the city, in our neighborhood, of those vinyl fences, like you would be shocked. And I guess I'm saying this because I was thinking like, not that we would have had a fence in one day to be destroyed, but I was just thinking like, we might consider getting the wood paneling, even though you can see through it. But I guess they held up a little bit better in the storm because there was like wind, there are spaces in the paneling, so maybe that's why they survived a little bit, but the vinyl fences are definitely destroyed. So it's making me rethink the type of fence, but the wood paneling fences are destroyed too. In fact, they are I'm looking at one right now, literally the whole side of it is tilted over, whereas the white, like the vinyl fences, some of the little pieces are torn down, but then some are still standing. I don't know. It's a catch-22, obviously, if you're dealing with a hurricane and strong winds like that, either way. But anyway, I have on here that I might get my friend a birthday gift card or something, birthday gift, if we do go to her party tomorrow, her dinner party tomorrow. I may get my niece a gift. I have a friend who I mentioned who has a birthday in October. I may get her a gift. A lot of these things have question marks on them because it's really dependent on what I really feel called to do in the wake of this hurricane, specifically because we just threw out all of our refrigerator and freezer foods that went bad yesterday. So we have to replace that. And there are a few other things that we have to kind of like fix and replace and tend to. So I'm just being mindful of those, but assuming they're not large amounts of money, then I will be getting those folks birthday gifts probably. We have to pay for marriage counseling. I need to get reimbursed for the hotel with my coworkers. I did pay for that, and I was thinking we could settle our debts whenever we got together. So I need to be reimbursed, after we check out and we can kind of split it or something like that. Buy Halloween candy. File claim for home insurance. I'm gonna try to do that to see if I can be reimbursed for some stuff, specifically the food, but if not, then whatever, I'll just take the L and move on with my life. We may or may not need to reserve something related to our anniversary in November. Our anniversary is at the very beginning of November, and we normally go to this fancy restaurant. Not sure if we're going, but if we are, we definitely need to reserve that this month. And then I was thinking of setting a flag football schedule, my husband's the head girls flag football coach. And last year was their first season because he started up the program. And that cost us a lot of money because we fed them before every game. We took them snacks and all kinds of things that if I really think about it, I don't think it was really appreciated, if I'm being honest, because it's not like they were very thankful. It's not like their parents came and thanked us or anything like that, but we actually provided snacks, food, and all, snack goodie bags and all of that. And on top of that, my husband and I paid buku money out of pocket to start up this program because he did have a grant, but they used all of that. They ran through all of that specifically on uniforms, but there was still so much left to buy. So if this is what I can expect, of course, he already has a bunch of stuff for this season, but if we need to expect to be coming out of pocket each season for this, thankfully the season's only a month long, then we need to probably do a better job at budgeting for that. And then replace the refrigerator and the freezer food. I'm very sick that I lost all my condiments. I have what do I have? A French door refrigerator, and on the left and the right side there are trays, and they were filled with different condiments, different ketchups and stuff like that. And I've lost all of them, so I'm very sick about that. But slowly and surely, I guess, we will replace them. Anyway, that's that. Now let's literally run through our monthly budget. For the month of October, we need to pay our gym bill for the both of us, which is $62. Our car payment is $314.34. We technically have 3 vehicles. One is financed. We have our electricity bill, which is going to be $332.77. The next one shouldn't be as much because we didn't have power, but this one was before the hurricane hit, so that's a large amount of money to pay for that, but that's what you can expect for a summer here in Georgia. Cable is going to be $40 even. Internet, $80.30. Also expecting to not have to pay as much for that next month, but we will see. Lawn/pest control, $80. Mortgage, $1,672.40. Water/sewer, $66.11. My cell phone is going to be $130.86, and we pay that every 3 months. My student loan is going to be $441.97. My husband's student loan, $73.42. Amazon Music, $16.99. Security for our home, $52.14. Life insurance for the both of us, $42.19. My husband's cell phone, the same amount, $130.86. We also pay that every 3 months. Pets insurance, $63.55. Netflix, $11.99. Shopping, $2,000. I was going to be budgeting $2,000 anyway-ish, just because of Q4 being expensive, especially during flag football season and all that. But now, in the wake of this hurricane, I definitely think $2,000 should do the trick. So we will see about that, which would mean that we could save $1,000. The sum of all of that is $6,611.89. That is about the bare minimum amount that we earn each month. Some months we earn way more, some months not way more. It just kind of depends on what side hustling is looking like and all of that. But I feel really comfortable setting a budget around $6,500 each and every month. So that's going to be our budget for October. I said I was going to run through this, but it's been 15 minutes. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, and if you're liking what you're seeing, and I will catch you guys right back here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye guys.